Peace be upon you. Welcome back to Wealth and Wisdom. Today we are discussing pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes in the market, and will understand why Bitcoin is not either of these. A good rule of thumb is to run, not walk, away from anything that even hints of being a pyramid scheme. Thankfully, Bitcoin is not one of them. While it may seem obvious, not everyone understands what a pyramid scheme actually is, what the warning signs may be, or why such schemes always fail. According to the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, the definition of a pyramid scheme is an investment fraud in which new participants' fees are typically used to pay money to existing participants for recruiting new members. Pyramid scheme organizers may pitch the scheme as a business opportunity, such as a multi-level marketing (MLM) program. Fraudsters frequently use social media, internet advertising, company websites, group presentations, conference calls, and YouTube videos to promote a pyramid scheme. All pyramid schemes eventually collapse, and most investors lose their money. Not all multi-level marketing programs are pyramid schemes, but all pyramid schemes are in some fashion a multi-level marketing program. With pyramid schemes, there is always some company and it is selling a product for which the end demand falls far short of the available supply. The company recruits participants to purchase inventory and to recruit new participants. The participants are all salespeople, and compensation is tied mostly to recruiting, rather than selling the actual product. Often the sale of product is purposefully woven into the recruitment process. In a normal sales-driven business, the company takes on the inventory risk and pays commissions based on sales to end users. In a pyramid scheme, the salespeople take on the inventory risk, rather than the company, and compensation is paid for recruiting more salespeople and selling product through to new participants. It all falls apart because sufficient end demand for the product does not actually exist. Everyone up the chain can make money at the expense of the new recruits at the end of the line. This is a pyramid scheme. Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is not a company. It has no employees and its supply is finitely scarce. No matter how many people adopt it, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. The distinctions should be glaringly obvious, but because Bitcoin is complex and the very idea of money is not well understood, it can easily be confused. Bitcoin will only become a global reserve currency if hundreds of millions more adopt it. And seemingly everyone that goes down the Bitcoin rabbit hole ends up on the other side explaining it to their family and friends, pitching it as a better form of money. Sounds kind of like a pyramid scheme, right? Wrong. When Dell started selling PCs on its website in 1996 and everyone told their friends to get a Dell, was it a pyramid scheme? When Apple released the first iPhone in 2007 and everyone told their friends to drop the BlackBerry for its superior successor, was it a pyramid scheme? Technological shifts often happen fast. 10 and 20 years later, smartphones and PCs are ubiquitous. It is all about the quality of the product and the incentive structure. If someone owned Apple stock or Dell stock, did it change the fact that the product itself provided a real value proposition? Was there a direct benefit for telling people about a new technological innovation? The value proposition of an innovation trumps all else. It does not matter how you learn about it. All that matters is whether the innovation provides utility. If it does, people will want to use it. If it doesn't, they won't. That is what makes a market. Bitcoin's utility is as money. It has a market because it solves a problem inherent in modern money. Not only is Bitcoin not a pyramid scheme, it is fundamentally distinct from the class of innovation that could be offered by any individual company. Bitcoin is not Dell and it is not Apple. It is not a tech stock. There is no company that exists behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a company selling a product and there is no income stream to pay future dividends. Bitcoin is not about making money. Instead, Bitcoin is money, or at least it has become money to those choosing to store a portion of their wealth in it. And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is fundamentally about storing the value you have already created. Bitcoin is a bearer asset. However, unlike a bearer bond, there is no income stream. Bitcoin's innovation is that it represents a superior form of money, but there are no future promises beyond being in possession of a digital bearer instrument. The only utility of Bitcoin is in holding it as a currency and transacting with it in the future, whether that be in exchange for legacy currencies or other goods and services. Bitcoin is only useful as a form of money, and it will only maintain value if others demand it in the future. But this is true of any form of money, not just Bitcoin. Money is not a collective hallucination or merely a belief system. Monetary goods have distinct properties which make them more or less effective in facilitating exchange. However, monetary properties are not absolute. The relative strength of monetary properties is the fundamental basis of demand. When the market evaluates Bitcoin, it does so relative to other monetary mediums, the dollar, euro, yen, gold, etc. The supply of Bitcoin, and its rigid supply constraint, is the foundation of Bitcoin's utility and fundamental demand. It is also why Bitcoin is not a pyramid scheme. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin's Schelling point. Everyone knows it. Everyone remembers it. Everyone can also verify it at any point in time. There is nothing hidden. It is transparent money that audits itself every 10 minutes. TikTok next block. If you learned something, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.